Right, my name's Mike Whitehouse. I'm a senior sailing instructor with the Canadian Yachting Association, and I'm here today to teach you how to use the Portland plotter, which is a navigational instrument used in traditional navigation, what I'm calling now old school nav. And so let's have a look at this. I put the Portland plotter on the table. I put a piece of white paper underneath it so you can see it. It's really very simple. It's really basically a ruler with a protractor or a compass-like device on it, which can be rotated. And what you do is, if you have a course or a bearing that you're going to take, you aim this big arrow at the course, the direction that you want to go, and then you take north, or these two smaller blue arrows, and you align them with north on the nautical chart. And then you're able to read off your bearing here where the 0 mark is, and to the left and right of that you can apply your variation. If the variation is west, you read it on the west side, and if the variation is east, you read it on the east side. Here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, our variation is 19 degrees west, so you would actually read the course over here on the 19. So let's take it over to the nautical chart and see what we can do. I'll put the Portland plotter on the chart, and the chart that I'm using is a chart that we use in our coastal navigation course here in Halifax. It's called Approaches to Halifax Harbor. That's chart number 4237. Okay, so what I do is I want to plot a course from A to B, so I get these two buoys in this case. It's a bell buoy called H6, Halifax 6, and I'm going over here to a whistle buoy. And I'm going to join those up like that. And we know we're going from A to B, so I point the big arrow in the direction that we are going. And then what I want to do is I want to slide this along, and on the compass part of the Portland plotter, the part that rotates, you'll notice that I have vertical and horizontal lines that are parallel and at right angles to one another. So all we have to do is line up one of the vertical or horizontal lines with one of the vertical or horizontal lines on the chart. And then we can read the course off on the 0 and apply the variation by reading it off on the variation correction here. So I move this up, keeping it on the course, and I turn the dial and slide it up until I get a vertical line lined up with the meridian of longitude, which is this one that I'm working with here. I adjust it, slide it back, and I can see that it's lined up now. I've got this north, these two arrows pointing north, and I've got the line here lined up with this meridian of longitude. And so then what I want to do is I want to read the course. And I come over here and I can read it off. I can see that it's 059 degrees true. And this is where I read the true. Now I know that the variation in Halifax is 19 degrees west. So I can go to my west variation and count off 19 degrees, and it is right here, just one below the 20. And then I can actually read off the course in magnetic, and it's 078. So I can see that it's 078 degrees magnetic and 059 degrees true. And that's all you do to use the Portland plotter. I'll take another course. I'll take one, for example, let's take between this buoy and this buoy. And suppose I'm going from here to here next. Then I simply join them together. Put my line on the chart between the two buoys, or between the 2 points, And now I have to have these two double arrows pointing north to the top of the chart. So I swing it round until I get it close to it, and I start sliding this back until I get it lined up with one of the vertical or one of the horizontal lines. And I can see here that I'm now got one on the end. So I'm going to just slide that back a little bit until that. See how I've got this one lined up with the meridian of longitude? And I'm just adjusting it until I get it right on the line. So I can see that I've got that, and I can read my course. I look at the direction of the arrow. In this case, it's 288 or 287.5. I'll round it off to 288. And then if I wanted the magnetic course, I could go to the 19 west, which is our variation here, and read off on the 19 west. And I can see that the course would be 307 degrees magnetic. So this is basically how you use the Portland plotter for determining how to get from A to B. It's Mike Whitehouse. We'll be back with more applications and uses of the Portland plotter for doing running fixes. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.